course, like.
Of course,
I'm trying to find a different analogy.
Of course, that's my mom. Yeah. That's my mother, and shout out to her for what she did with the all the Jamaican girls.
Yeah, I know. She cussed we off to you, Sarah.
She cussed you out?
Yeah.
What you said about her?
You know it's you.
Why you want to me?
I'll leave this shit right now. Nikki, say the word. Say the word.
No, we squash that. We squash it. It was just a misunderstanding. We do skank thing with we were questioning her motive somewhat.
Yeah, and you know what?
We were saying like she kind of took over the song, which she did.
But she should.
She thieved the song.
We weren't
saying she stole the song. Like she co-opted the song, and it worked for the betterment.
But you want to know something? If Skang tried to put all those girls together, they wouldn't have done it.
It wouldn't work. That's the same thing we said.
And on top of it, I hate. Okay, so this is something that happened when I first started. Jamaicans are like your brother and sister. They bully you, but when they see Americans bullying me, they come on strong for me, Mm-hmm. So in comments, when if I get posted on an American blog and they're like, oh, she's trying to be Nikki, da-da-da, they'll be like, bitch, Nikki's not even fucking Jamaican. Nikki's trying to be her. And
we're so confused,
right? Yeah, and I'm like, okay, I appreciate you defending me, but what I want people to understand is if you followed Nikki long enough, you understand she loves the culture. She grew up around this. You're in New York. Mm-hmm. If she busts, it would be fake of her to pretend like this is not something she loves.
Yeah.
She could actually start doing weird shit like other people use samples and don't want to include the current artists. Mm-hmm. It's fucked up. I don't like that. So everything Nikki's doing for us, I think it's a big round of applause. Huge round of applause. I just wish our artists would follow up by giving more authentic dancehall sounding music because that's more world music.
Which I see that you're really tapping into that. If that's something we need to give you credit for, it's that. Go on. All right.
You get it. You get what Americans like. You get what Americans like.
But I don't care about America. That's the funny part. The bigger picture is there is so many other cultures that are obsessed with us. Mm-hmm. Meaning, yes, you might hear a little reggae in America, but when you go to these other countries, man, whether it be Africa, Europe, UK, Canada, the way they run with the old school dancehall is insane.
Even Latin America, because
yeah. Let's talk about that.
I think we spoke about it. Yeah,
I was getting in an Uber to go to the airport, and I don't know why he's Venezuelan, so he's like, "Are you some celebrity or something?" So I'm like, "Yeah." And you know me. He's like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "I do music." So he said, "Let me hear your stuff." So I played the EP. The EP had just came out that day.
Yeah.
When I say this man head bopped to nothing except the 2 records on there that gave the dancehall flair, which was the Joshi song and a song called Let Loose with Bishop Escobar on it. And I was like, which one is your favorite out of those 2? He said, I can't pick. They're both the same. It just makes you want to move and has a good vibe. And that really told me, Starr, you're doing the right thing and you're going in the right direction, because if a complete stranger who's, not really in the culture like that, can just pick up on the songs that is the authentic thing you're working with, that says a lot. And I feel like, I don't know, what y'all feel like is happening? Why they not tapping into that?
I feel like, we've spoken about this ad
nauseum to several different people.
Over and over. They're trying to tap into something new, like the boom, boom, like the old time song isn't working for them now. So they might try to
Is it that it's not working for them, or are they trying to tap into hip hop?
They might try to
it's like
tap
a
into
mixture.
hip hop. So it's like, enough of them youths are like 2,000 youths, and enough of them grow up on hip hop while being influenced by dancehall. So what you get is like a combination of the two, which is why you kind of get now.
And it's not just the artists, it's the producers. They're the ones
that's
that
a big issue.
Yeah,
it's a big issue.
And to them just do what them feel like works for them.
They're
and what
inventing another wheel.
Yeah, so in a sense. So it's like them no like take a pay attention.
I love that.
Yeah, man, I can't
Getcha.
So it's like, them want trailblaze them own style and path without being told all about it. Yo, the whole style, because it's like them just have a different ear.
Yeah.
What them like.
Let's modernize it.
But
then as you say,
do you guys agree with that?
Hear this now. You know what I mean? But it's a podcast, so we'll talk about a conversation. Hear what? When you listen and talk to the quote-unquote gatekeepers and the people them overseas that are the tastemakers, if you will, they say that people them over here so like a certain sound from us. And everything what them over there so sing about or rap about are gonna work for we, which is why you see some of them are trying to like even with cocaine and Molly to an extent. Like them don't want to hear that from we. It's acceptable from their culture, but not ours. So it seems like there's a disconnect there.
I have a friend Munchie, and she's American, but she, you know, again, New York, surrounded by lots of Jamaican influence. And I had sent her one of my friend's songs. He's just a rapper, like American. And she said, I don't like listening to sex songs from American rappers. I think that's only a Jamaican thing. Only you guys say it right.
Wow.
And I just think it's true. People want certain things from certain people.
Yeah.
Like, let's just be honest. We're not going to KFC looking for oxtail.
No.
This is true.
But I think we're kind of, as humans, obsessed with our own creativity, and it's kind of like a selfishness. Like, I want to do this, so da 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 da. But I think with music, you also have to consider your target audience, understanding it as a business. And, you know, I'm not the most talented person in the world, but I don't think talent is what makes you win.
No.
I think it's more about consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency, faith, and having a good strategy. Because in any business, you know who you're targeting. And I feel like for us, if you're doing trap dancehall, but the trap rappers do not even listen to Jamaican music, who are you targeting?
But you see that there's sort of a change happening right now, at least with one.
Like what?
Specifically with Skilly.
Because he got added to Chris Starr.
That type of stuff. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Got into Chris Brown too.
Okay, so you got to think about who Chris Brown is, though. How many of Chris Brown's songs have reggae or dancehall samples?
Quite a few.
Chris Brown is not even a rapper per se, and Chris Brown is older. We're talking about the new rappers like
21.
No, but no, for the new rapper, them fuck with him too and fuck with this.
What I'm saying is okay, for example, do you see long term, and we're talking long term here, do you see long term Lil Baby, 21 Savage, Moneybagg Yo, the new drill rappers literally tapping into dancehall that much?
No.
But this, and I said this last time, however, the numbers don't lie. These Latin artists, they have stayed with reggae and dancehall for over 20, 30, 40 years now. So why aren't you fucking with the people that's fucking with you?
Exactly.
It's simple math.
I think it's like language barrier.
No, but it's not true enough.
Language barrier. I think it's
because remember, they know how to say everything we say. Yo,
when I was dating, they may not understand it, but they know how to say it.
When I was dating Lincoln, he bring me up a Costa Rica. He bring me up a Costa Rica with him for like a show or something, and the people talk patois like. I don't know if they know what they saying, but they know the songs. They singing Spice songs
It's the
straight.
vibe.
Yeah.
That's what them kind
Even Joshy told me he go to some Spanish speaking countries and they adore him. Like I think people are thinking in their brain it's a language barrier, but they don't care. Panama loves.
No, so I mean it's like, but you see that's the difference, you know. So the song, they like the song, but then for actually connect and talk to the person, there is a language barrier.
What the fuck you talking about? Run me my money. Here's the booking price. Pay me. I perform. I leave.
No, that's different.
I go fix up some roads in the country.
Even to collaborate with well, like let's say like we need somebody who isn't bilingual, but like a Bad Bunny.
Let's do this. Not Nikki Jam. What's her name? Carol G. Do you know her?
Yeah, I'm a
Carol G.
Vaguely.
Yeah. If you guys don't know Carol G, she's a huge Latin artist, dominating it for the women. She did a song with Nikki.
Yeah, that's where I know her from. Yes.
Nikki is not Spanish speaking. Nikki is not known to speak Spanish. Nikki is not. She could have put Cardi on it because Cardi is actually Hispanic.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, as he said, people want what they want from you. She, as Karol G, wanted a rap flair, but here's why people keep using Nikki, because they want that rap flair with a Caribbean vibe. So the other day when I saw the World,
tap into that, like she can.
When the other day I saw on the World Cup, they had the Arabic lady, a Spanish guy, and put Nikki, and the way Nikki was delivering, it gave me Caribbean dancehall. You know, it gave a little bit of that, and I said, the real issue here is none of our people are tapping into the real shit because they have to always go back to use Nikki because she has mastered doing both. From the start of her career, she's rapping, but then she always
that's insightful.
Put in the little patois
and she know tapping at the pop style too.
Exactly. So the fact that this woman is dominating in so many different areas, this is the only person being used. Now, that should tell you a lot. There's a door open for all of us as artists in Jamaica. They're obsessed. They love us. If you hear, did you guys hear the commercial?
The song, a little bit of it.
The song,
the whole World Cup song, And
it have the bounce, it have our bounce.
Yeah, but then the World Cup is known to give really good songs. And I get what you're saying, but I think it goes more to like even the professionalism, because that's a challenge too. Jamaican artists aren't necessarily professional. That's a complaint that we hear a lot, where they want to work with Jamaican artists, but they don't have the proper business and the proper.
I've been in rooms where I heard Nikki's a bitch. She's the worst person and hardest person to work with.
No, but Nikki's from there.
No.
So they more see with it from the people that they're amongst. Separate apart from people from our next country.
I know. Culture. And Nikki,
that's what we're told.
Nikki is a bitch. But you can get you to Nikki and Nikki people. Us, we, them are calling, ring off your phone 10, 12, 12. Nah, get you.
No,
I'm telling you, no, but this is,
this is what I was going to say. Whether Nikki's a bitch or not, we don't know. Yeah, we don't know her. You just but
I'm sure she's a lovely individual.
No, what I'm saying, I've literally heard people say, oh, this person's a bitch. She's so hard to work with. She's but she has mastered what she's doing so well that she could be the bitchiest bitch in the world.
Right.
You're not going to say, oh, it's too hard to get through to her.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying about us. We're not sticking to the sound that everybody loves so much that they don't care how hard it is to get through to us. You think if it was so hard to get through to Bob Marley, somebody would stop if they wanted him?
I feel like if somebody could have resurrected Bob Marley right now, they would do it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's about, oh, it's so difficult. The unprofessionalism. Yes, that's a factor.
No, because what I'm saying is like, I get what you're saying. Like if you're good, you're good. And it no matter how hard it is to, like, if it's hard to work with you, that's a separate thing. But if you're good, you're good, we're going to work with you. But the challenge is that the artists don't practice proper business etiquette. So even if you're difficult to work with or you're difficult to get through, other factors. It's just like you're sleepy, you're lazy, you take the money and you're not show up to the thing. So it's like the overall business practices that most Jamaican.
Normal? That's what I should prepare for?
Well, yeah. No,
well, it hasn't been my luck.
I mean, we've heard
God's favorite.
Yeah, we've heard like stories. I would not gonna say, but we hear people take money and them take the down payment. Them supposed to come up. Them not show up. I say wagwan, but them like the promoter for call it a loss. Them already get their money, so it's not an issue. So things like that, like the artists, Jamaican artists,
and we've heard the opposite as well from the top. We hear from Sharpa. Can name drop him? Can say it on the show. Say, yo, he can even go on the most professional, and he's, if not the most, one of the most accomplished, successful dancer. And them still kind of treat him away because he's an outsider. So it's like all them type of barrier them we have to get through.
And you notice that they always run for Sean Paul. If they like. Up to this day when Sean Paul collaborates, it's the same thing that you're saying. They want that sound, they want that vibe. They're like, can you give me that baby boy shit you did with me?
Let me tell you something that irritated me. So in America, the Jamaicans in America, when Nikki did the song with all the girls, there was like an uproar about Pampute, Why the fuck they using her? She's not hot. She not putting out da-da-da.
That's why Americans...
I don't know.
Jamaicans
American?
living in America.
Oh, like
I'm at a round table talk. Let's say I'm at Dukanoo. If you don't know, Dukanoo is the best Jamaican food in Miami. This is a plug and this is marketing. If you go to Miami, you go to Dukanoo. Anyway, I'm there and I'm overhearing a conversation and they're like, oh, that girl Pampute didn't belong on there. Look how she old, look how she tough. She's not hot.
I want to fight.
Now,
if them did say this about Maka, it would be wrong.
They said her too.
They have more understanding about Maka than they said that not about Pampute.
No, but they were talking about a lot of the girls that are not it anymore. Yeah. So what I was trying to piece together is, one, bitch, y'all don't even sing, so you don't even need to worry about that. Yeah. Two is, I loved what Nikki did, whether Pampute or whoever is hot or not. She sounds like dancehall.
And Pampute have one of the strongest verses on the song.
Y'all want to know who verse I love on the song?
Spice?
I love Dovey verse.
Yeah, of course.
Dovey came in with a different...
That's what I said.
I just never liked the auto-tune pan. It's a bit overdone for me, personally.
I don't care. I loved it.
People love it too.
Dovey come and attack.
I know people say that was the standard verse for them too.
That was definitely standout verse for me. My friend who's American liked Pampute's verse.
Pampute for me are the best.
But now that I say all of that to say is, sometimes you feel like, oh, if I'm doing it the old way, I'm going to be overlooked because these new, the dunce people are running. But when your blessings come from authenticity, it's like, it made me feel good because I didn't really follow Pampute up. I can't lie and say, that this is the artist that I follow up. I didn't know much about her. But it made me happy that she stuck to something and got chosen because she's authentic. Nikki, and you know what? It was an uproar really because Nikki didn't put Shenseea on there. And, they were saying it's so many hot new girls and she doesn't want to celebrate them. And that kind of like how it's kind of the misconstrued feeling.
I did hear that a little bit.
It's the misconstrued idea that, okay, you're trying to take it over, but you don't want none of the new girls because you want to be the hottest thing. But I disagree.
Wholeheartedly.
I think it's just people should fuck with.
Yeah. No, outside of fuck with, you're looking for a certain sound. It's like the Sean Paul thing. Shenseea's voice is so beautiful and diverse. It could be like, oh, Shenseea has a lot of opportunities. She can R&B. She can do whatever. Let me fuck with the girl with the rough voice that just
But Shenseea have been known for the gunman voice.
She can do that too.
She can do that.
But
it just seems like she's on a different path right now.
But you didn't hear what I said. So beautifully and diverse. Pampute stick to a sound after I heard, I went back and I listened to some of her stuff, and she has a specific sound. That's what I'm saying. It seemed that Nikki put the girls who have a specific sound on there, a real dancehall sound. I can't say there was anybody on there on the Jamaican side that is amazingly diverse with their voice and their not to say y'all are not diverse. I'm just saying y'all songs are specifically dancehall and raw and good.
Which is what she was tapping into, and that's what the vibe of the song is. Original Liquor Miss. And then even the song, the drum pattern, the production, it was trying to gear towards an authentic dancehall.
It seemed like Shenseea dip on the next path. Right?
Fine, for real.
Yeah, but I don't think we can count Shenseea out.
No.
And you said something that was like very telling to me about like what we're known for. And it feels like they're really trying to move away from that, but you see that you feel within your heart of heart, in order to be like, I guess, a Billboard charting successful dancehall artist, you have to stick to the roots. Stick to the roots.
I don't think I'm a positive person, so I don't think there's one way to skin a cat. However, I am big on, if it's not broken, I'm not trying to fix it. I have seen with my own two eyes, and maybe I have more insight because I live in America. I travel to other countries frequently. I see what people gravitate to. Me, I'm not trying to make anyone a believer. I'm not starting a new religion. what you believe in is what I'm going to give you.
Which is essentially what them new youth here do. Start a new religion.
Yeah, it's starting a new religion. And baby, I know that y'all, it's not that you're tired of everyone falls in love sometime, but it would be refreshing to hear more of that in a modern era.
You know, Alwagwan, that's my belief. Like, I feel like that's where the sound should be. An evolution of that sound that they like, essentially.
Yeah.
And I not fight out none of them new tab because we talked enough of them and rate, and some of the music damn good.
So
you know
good,
what I mean?
yeah.
But again, when you talk to certain people, them say, oh, this is what we want. So my thinking has always been, say, yo, let us tap into that song what them like, but evolve it in a certain way.
And I think too is like just global appeal. And what Starr said, which is very important, is you're in the business, like, believe it or not, like, artists are in the business of pleasing people. You know, so it can't, if you realize that there's a market for it, if you realize that this is what people want, like, why and try, you know, they want KFC chicken, why come and say, hey, here's a salad?
You know what just dawned on me? Wow. Sometimes when you're coming from poverty and you're coming from nothing, right? And you're doing stuff that you love, and let's say it's making you a $5,000 US per bookings. You know how good a $5,000 US per bookings feel?
Yeah.
So for somebody like us to come sit and tell them, no, you need to change it up, you need to go back to, they might say,
Fuck that.
that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly because them say, yo, them never did make nothing. Them far from a certain place. And now them say, yo, things are happening for them doing this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Who are you for tell them, say, yo, this a go work? Them appreciate that work for you.
And
This
it's
a
like
work
the
for me.
old man on the lawn. It's like you're done.
So that's why me no fight it enough. Like, if you can get it for work, cool. See, we have somebody who is sort of an example what kind of make it work. Skilly Bang. So if you can make it work for you, cool, but it have to work. We have to see the actual result of things to say, yo, this is where it can go.
And I think what you're saying too is like Skilly Bang is the exception, not the rule.
In a way, it could be said.
okay, I like that statement. There's always exceptions to the rule, and there's you guys don't be mad at me for saying this, but I think
They're gonna be anyway.
yeah, well, just be mad at me. I'll make it up to you. You know I love
Just
you
try
guys.
to say it in a pattern. Maybe that
Yeah.
the quote unquote blow.
No, the real truth of the matter is, it burns me to see how fast our artists burn out.
Read that.
So, you know, I want Skilly Bang to be booked until he's 60 if he wants to be. You understand? But outside of Ryan King having an accident, Ryan King had he had a run at a time. That sound was fucking working. It was dra.
Yeah.
Okay? It was that splat.
Yeah, that's black.
That's splat.
Yeah,
That's splat. And to see, you know, that sound evolve some more, then you have the Skanks, you have the Skilly Bang, you know, whatever. Now we have Valiant coming up. It's almost like, okay, yeah, well, make your money now because your time is gonna run out. Where's Up Top Boss? Where's you know, they're all, it's like a fight to kind of stay relevant.
Listen,
and
7 years max most artists have, you know. 7 years max.
But I think it's because as we go back to production, it's not timeless. It's not giving that timeless feel. And who am I to say what the fuck is timeless? Maybe none of my songs will be timeless, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. You will raise your standards once you see what your peers are doing. And because all of the Jamaican artists can probably attest to this. When you see other American artists and you get in the studio with them, you know they're not as talented as you. And me.
No, we said this all the time.
And the fact that you taking $50K for a show and an artist that needs you to write for them that can't even come up with a goddamn like anything, a fucking flow, is getting $200,000 for their show. Eventually it's gonna dawn on you that I'm doing something wrong. But the something wrong that you're doing, it's not trying to be more like those artists. It's trying to be more like yourself. Because they're being themselves. Those Atlanta rappers, they're rapping like Atlanta. The Memphis, they're rapping like them. Jamaica, I just feel like Jamaica is not giving Jamaica.
Yeah.
US swag,
and to them are pre-say, we are giving Jamaica about the Jamaica how it is now.
Yeah, that.
But
this is new. Yeah.
The topics is not my issue. Because say I live on slackness. Topics is not the issue, because what I'm preying, and I just want, if you're an artist and you're listening, remember I live in the places y'all trying to reach. It's the rhythm, it's the flow. They don't know what the fuck you're saying, and they don't care what you're saying.
Groove to it.
They just wanna a lot of times you're not giving them and that's why I feel like a lot of people take to Skilly Bang. His sound is fun. Even though it's not whatever, it's still fun.
It have wholly for do with structure the song.
Yes, he's not. But I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but I just want you guys to think bigger than even you're thinking now. And if you don't see it, don't worry. I'm gonna be the shining motherfucking light.
That's the thing, you
only need one.
Listen, you only need one. Listen, probably I'll put this out and say, Starr gives advice to dancehall artists, and people say, Starr, what the fuck is Starr for giving advice? It's weird. I come from you, like you.
And let's use this part. Who the fuck is
where your music I go?
No, but let's pause. Who the fuck is Starr to give advice? Starr is 1, a consumer. Starr is 2, a multi-millionaire. Starr is 3, a person that built a business from the bottom. Never forget that music is a blood clot business.
But Starr is also an artist.
Yes, that just started. But boom, what I have done in a year, a lot of people could not do in 2 years. You gotta remember, most of my peers have been doing music. Y'all been in school beating on y'all desks since primary school. I wasn't doing that. So I feel, you know what I'm saying? I don't have all the answers, but I'm really good at looking at the climate. And I'll use my ex for an example. The songs that's running the place now, I told him, do that. I literally told him, Lincoln, you're gonna use this sound, more the old school dancehall sound, throw in some of the reggaeton sound from the Spanish people, because
bang,
right, bang. Then you're gonna make beer gal song. You're an attractive guy. Girls like to look at you. You don't need to sing for the men. You sing. So marketing and business, I know. If I get it wrong for myself, I get it wrong for myself. But I'm just telling y'all on a serious level, I see bigger for us.
But that's the problem, like even like Jamaica don't have like a proper industry, because you be a perfect A&R. You be a perfect A&R.
I would love to do that. Yeah. If I was married right now, I wouldn't do no fucking music. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like God messed up my relationship because he want me to be the goddamn light to this shit.
How about God never want you there with your cousin?
No.
That's why he must
No, he didn't have to tell us.
All when you vex, you can't left. Pretty like a diamond, call me. Put me against the wall and tape me. Rain or shine, fuck the weather, we together.
You're my vagina for life. Shook down to me like drugs. I did toxic sex that you love. Say you love me, then you hate me. It's very obvious, say you rate me. Me know you want me, just back it up, mommy. The bamboo one light a couple kangaroo. You coulda never stop me, cause me carrying on a breakthrough. Me da beat you, the killer them go straight through for the breakthrough. Man like your girl don't get enough in me house, I give me brain you. Top good. Pull up in a the beam and a black boy. We make a tap a taboo.
I don't test with patience. I will not take charge from the leaders. When you try confuse the people. No, we're no red dot. We're no idiot. We're no play that.
No, we no play that.
Get to people.